Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? Let me make sure my audio is good. Oh, hello, Mr. Beer Bottle. Oh, hello, Mama Nem. Welcome, welcome. Welcome back to another stream. This is going to be relatively chill. Not really much to do, not much going on. But we are going to make do. Probably won't be too long of a stream. Unless we get into some like really good discussion, but got some things that we are going to be going over. I'll probably be doing a little bit of barb chaining just so that there's some other shit to look at the screen as we kind of talk and chat. But we do have a very big potential coming our way, and that is the premise of today's video. Huge KvK could be incoming, and it's only January. Like the biggest KvK of the year can be hitting us, and it's only January. Like that is ridiculous. So we're gonna need some stars to align on that, but yeah, I just felt like I wasn't gonna make a video on this because it would probably end up being like 5 minutes or some shit. But so we're on with the stream. So Mama Nem, hello again. Bullet Blazer, dude, it's all good. It's all good. We will get him tomorrow, Bullet. Me and Bullet, he sent me over some picks for Champions League today, and we almost hit a nice 13 leg parlay. We hit 10 of them, so we'll get them tomorrow, Bullet. We'll get them tomorrow. Salman, welcome to the stream. Hunky and Skitty, welcome to the stream. Murad, welcome to the stream. Yeet. Dodging that cue. Don't be a pussy, Skitty. Yeah, we got no match found. We then were potentially going to go in and do the re-election phase, which I think would have probably landed us, and thank God we didn't, honestly. I mean, it probably could have turned out decent, but for those who are unaware, the 1175, 1718, 1981, 1903 KvK, I think that's that KvK, right? That's all those kingdoms involved. Kind of botched now from what it looked like. I know Big Kane wasn't happy last night. I poked in on his stream real quick. Bookies won't know what hit them tomorrow. Let's get it. Cheers, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. This big KvK, Murad, we're looking at a February 3rd registration. And we'll get into that. We're gonna get into it. We'll kind of like get the conversation going a little bit, but I want the stream to kind of, let's get a little length into this thing, and then we'll like fully kind of start to deep dive, because then people are going to come in and then they're going to start asking, oh, what KvK are you talking? So we'll wait for a little bit more people. We'll wait around like 15-20 minutes, so to like really get into the meat of it. But yeah, that KvK that popped up for those guys yesterday was not pretty. It was not pretty at all. Big Kane wasn't happy. There was a bunch of other content creators from in our content creator Discord that were voicing their frustrations, and you know, I think as we've been bringing them things in the creator Discord, I think Lilith's been doing a good job of listening to the community, listening to surveys, and then I think also too with the content creator Discord and with us voicing a little bit more in the background for the community, it seems to be getting a fair amount done. I mean, look at like some of the things that Oppo has been able to advocate for, you know, like the like hiding markers and stuff like that. And I think there was another thing that he was a big advocate for. So definitely lean on content creators for certain requests. Like Ray comes to me with like kind of crazy ones, and he's like, yo, and I'm just like, I'm a pleb, bro. Like I can't get them to change up an entire OL format. But yeah, it's we do have a voice, and we are able to get a little bit done. We're able to get a little bit done. Let's see if we can get a couple quick little barb chains going on. But I'm very excited. If this KvK that we're going to be talking about for this February 3rd registration happens, then man, all my wishes kind of come true from and then my play of migrating to 1093 really pays off and makes me look like I know what I'm doing. Because a lot of people out there don't think I know what I'm doing. A little bit, Ray. A little bit, Ray. What's going on, brother? Go Sue, welcome to the stream. Botched because we dodged Mimi. Look, and I'll tell you right now, transparently, like, there was a lot of unhappy people in 1093 when we didn't go for the re-election phase. And again, if we got thrown into that KvK, then like maybe there could have been a little bit more balance or something. But yeah, it was there was a lot of unhappy people. Ray. And then I joined. I didn't really voice anything, but I was a little upset too, because at first the discussion was, okay, we went no match found. We're not going into re-election, and now we're looking at February 17th registration. That would have fucked me so hard, and if we still do, that still really fucks me so hard. I'm gonna be on vacation during that Kingsland. If we register on February 17th, I'm gonna be in Australia. So I started looking into buying a laptop, because then I was talking to my girl, and I'm like, yo, babe, like, I'm gonna be streaming a little bit. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy like 16 hours like I normally would, but like I'm not going to migrate to 1093 and then not stream Kingsland. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So fingers crossed that we don't wait again. But yeah, I think we should be out of the woods. I think we should be out of the woods. Ray, I was ready to pull the trigger. Like, I almost bought that shit yesterday. Thank God, like, we all let the steam kind of settle. we all kind of calm down a bit, and now it looks like we are going to be going in for this February 3rd registration. And again, for anyone watching, and if you're pulling this thing up randomly and whatnot, like, guys, they keep us in the dark, as do probably most Imperium kingdoms and like high A seeds. Like, we don't know jack shit. So I don't even really know what I'm talking about. We could skip for all I know and go February 17th. You gotta wait and see. That's why you guys subscribe to the channel. See that plug? See that fucking plug right there? That's peak streamer plug right there. Lilith's armaments RNG accidentally got applied to KvK matchmaking. Facts, Sal, man. Murad, 2377, 960, 1093 in the same map is not going to be a fun matchmaking. One side will be stronger. Well, that's what we're going to dive into it. There's a lot of other kingdoms that are going to make this matchmaking a little bit more fair. And most likely what is going to happen is we're going to go for a 6 map format. I think from everything I've seen and heard from being in 10, and this makes total sense, right? Like, if for these bigger kingdoms and for like these Imperium formats, like, we really should just be focusing on large map formats, because it makes the balancing a little bit more bearable. Like the KvK that just popped, right? This 1175 KvK, as we'll coin it as. Imagine that was a 6 map, and you can add in those 2 extra camps. You might have had a little bit better chance of balancing it, because even if the other 2 camps were a little bit subpar, the new additions I'm saying, you could have then had like the 1175 camp and then one camp, and it would have been 2v4. I think that's a little bit more reasonable in a way, and it looks more approachable on paper and like kind of in the mindset, as opposed to doing a 1v3 or a 1v all. You know what I'm saying? That way you're not stuck on an island and you have some kind of support coming from another camp. So there again, we're gonna kind of dive into that a little bit more as we kind of get into the stream. But yeah, there's a lot of kingdoms that are gonna kind of go into this, and I have the Fleisch website ready to pull up too. Always keep everyone in the dark. No one's sniping us. Let's talk about available kingdoms. Ray always fucking I'm trying my best to like slow down on stream, because like even like when I come on and we kind of just go right into things, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh, I finished everything I had to do, and it's like 30 minutes into the stream. I'm trying to extend the streams a little bit. Ray is so fucking impatient, bro. I'm even trying to read my chat a little bit slower too. Yeah, I was originally thinking to pop on the 3rd, but 17th with 960 ain't good either. Can't have it all, my friend. Can't have it all. Someone give me a sub, please. Gift me a sub, please. Please, ads hitting me. That's not how YouTube works, Bullet. This ain't Twitch. I hear those bugles were Oppo's idea. Prospect, welcome to the stream. Damn, by the way, I took in 3 1093 people last week, with some more wanting to maybe come if they return to the game. Oh damn. Look at Skitty poaching from 1093. Transparently talking about Mimi. Bro, it's fucking it's crazy. Just go to the Instagram and do a little digging and you guys will see. Prospect, we dodged Mimi. Yeah, we didn't want to fight that. We didn't want to fight that. We didn't want to fight it. Thurs, welcome. What's up? Welcome to the stream. Europa League should buy a laptop tomorrow. If we hit some of those, Bullet, then maybe I might just go and pull the trigger and do it for funsies. Or I just buy some bundles. I don't know. I'm creeping in on 2,000 days here, which would be really nice. Starting to creep up. Prospect unsure of 1875. I think they're very unlikely to join. I mean, if anyone's going to use like the Ramadan thing as like a reason to not, go in, it's got to be them. They're what, 99% Arabic? They're all going to be observing. Like, come on. I don't think there would be any balance in the map with 960, 2377, and 93. Oh wait, I think I read that one already. Prospect, look for A and B seeds. You'll find them. 1v3 isn't happening. Well, I mean, it could. It just takes the stones of the other 3 campmates to be like, we're doing it, and then if they don't want to fight, then they don't, but look, that's something that's very unfortunate, and if that's like the terms that are thrown out, and that's kind of almost like the only viable option in a way, like that really lets Lilith know, like, look, that it's almost like a strike. It's a player strike, right? Like, think of these KvKs, and especially this big KvK that could be upcoming. If we don't get a good matchmaking, and like, let's say like it was just totally botched and no one wanted to participate in it, think of all the money that Lilith is losing out on. We also have to take that perspective too as a community. Like, I think like there has to be a point in time, and it's really going to be the top end kingdoms that can manage to do this, right? But I think collectively as a community, we still can come together and do it. But Crystal Tech is there for a reason. It's there for continued revenue that Lilith does not have otherwise, except for bringing in new players. If matchmaking is still shit, we as players can choose not to push tech. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's options out there, and to get them to push and do these things a little bit faster. Fleisch data is outdated. It said January 2025. 875 is still undecided Murad, from what I know, yes. Cindy is the guest speaker. Oh boy, I don't know if I want to open that can of worms, Ray. Set me up for failure. 1 verse 3 isn't happening. Look, like I said, they have the they should have the ability to say, hey, we're going to do this. And if it does, and then if people don't fight, then people don't fight. And guess who wins? Players win. Voices will be heard. Especially from just alone from the Mimi accounts, not pushing tech. Like, come on. There's that KvK right there is probably like if you had a solid matchmaking, that KvK right there is probably what? Maybe 10 grand for Lilith on these KvKs? At least $10,000 in crystal tech that is probably spent there. At least I feel like I'm really lowballing that. Open. There's no armaments to open anymore, Ray. 1093 won't side with 60 or 77. What's up, Joe? By the way, welcome to the stream. Sayed, welcome to the stream. Snorlax, welcome to the stream. Damn, y'all are actually yapping a little bit here. I like it. We had SVAP migrant from you guys and a 6 billion KP girl. I'm gonna find them and message them. Just kidding. It's fine. The account is looking beautiful, Bullet. Get more resources. I got plenty in the bag, y'all. I got plenty in the bag too. Maybe just not a lot of gold. We got 2 SVIPs total and 200 billion KP main alliance, which I didn't think we would hit anytime soon. I'm building up the free-to-play army. 1K per max. Is it only 1,000? No way. $1,000. Does it really? $1,000 max you? Not if you're pushing in the earlier zones, though. Mountain Warfare is 200. Pop-ups are 100. Oh yeah, I guess that's about it. What kingdoms are on the, all right, we'll go through. Let me get through the rest. Let me catch up those chat. No, 1v3 isn't happening. All 17 and 18 has to do is convince one of the weaker camps to side with them. It's how 960 is running things in KvK. They convince weaker ones to ally with them. But what I mean, Gosu, is like, they don't want the 1v3, but the 3 camps can just go ahead and say, we're doing this 3 camp alliance. Whether you guys choose to fight or not, we're doing this 3 camp alliance. Then you gotta look. It sucks. It does. But from what I saw from the other content creators in the creator Discord and how upset they are, because there was a few. It wasn't just Big Kane. There was a few of them. Like that's the community putting the foot down. There's gonna be sacrifices anytime anyone, you know, what do you call it? Goes on strike or petitions or whatever. Like if you go on strike at your job, you're not getting paid, right? That's the sacrifice. The sacrifice here by putting our foot down as a community until Lilith gets the matchmaking fixed is a flop in a Farmville KvK. Yo, what up, Dasher? Welcome. Most stations had so far as have a big King's Land, but Wind declined it. and they are, and I don't blame them. They don't want to do a 1v3. I get it. I totally get it. This might be that opportunity for the community to say, hey, fix the fucking matchmaking. You're losing out on minimum. It's probably not. I'm definitely lowballing. It's not $10,000. Like what? 40, depending, obviously. Luda, welcome to the stream. Hold on, wait, what did I miss? 1093 opponents drama? Not yet. Didn't miss anything yet. Some have said no spending on this KvK since matchmaking is so screwed. Exactly, Nem. That's what you gotta do. Dan, you know 93 won't definitely side with 60 or 77, maybe depending on other camps, a hard maybe. They're like, look, I'll tell you this right now. From being in 1093 for like a month. They are not subjected by other people's influences or opinions or even their own feelings on whatever they may feel towards a certain kingdom or something like that. To an extent. As long as we can get the most fighting out, like they really are, they put in a lot of work to really like extrapolate, I don't know if that's the right word, the most amount of fighting that you can get out of KvK. That's why we went no match found, or that's why we didn't go into the re-election phase. Because we could have went in and gotten a decent fight here, but from everything that we've seen in the other kingdoms available, there's a bigger fight that could be at play. Simply doesn't work. And by that, just look at every KvK 960 played. Then I don't know. Then they get a flop. Then they get a flop. You know. What's up, Win? Welcome to the stream. Of course I remember. You're in here like every other stream now. Did I miss anything? I feel like I didn't miss it. Also votes on RoK Discord, suggestions about 500 on one vote on matchmaking disaster. Look, when I was in 2975 and even like the last couple KvKs after the 1671 KvK that we did in 2581, it seemed that it got better. But it might just be so difficult on these higher levels. You remembered how to pronounce the name? Yeah, because I don't want to hear it from you, Hunky. Prospect, I'm going to train another 500k T4 into T5, and then that's it. And then I'll be chilling. Because I plan on running the 4 cav marches. That'll give me that little extra buffer to be able to kill some off comfortably. And I just need to get rid of these T4s. Because it's just going to be training these for events and quests and stuff during the off season, and then train them up as I'm not doing mixed troops anymore. What happened to Big Kane? He was just upset, and rightfully so. He was upset at the matchmaking, and there was other content creators over there too in our Discord that were upset. Any high to mid A matchmaking is like at this point 2023 Imperial matchmaking now. Now 566 votes on the matchmaking suggestion. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I think that's why they're going to be implementing this kingdom merger. You know, which we can. Let's go and all right. We'll do that after. Because I know Ray and we're probably getting antsy over here about available kingdoms. Allow kings to abandon the map. I don't know about that one. That one's kind of crazy. Okay. Let's talk February 3rd. Yes, exactly, Gosu. It's the 2 strongest kingdoms are in the same map. Oh wait, I read that wrong. I mean, the biggest error in Big Kane's matchmaking was 2 strongest kingdoms are in a same camp. Yeah, I did. Yes, but yes. Who did Big Kane get matched up with? Please explain. Missed everything. Hold on, let me find the screenshot. Let me go to that. Yeah, send it over. Dasher. Here's my chords. Or just send me in game. Let me find this for you real quick, Luda. So last night, matchmaking ended for No. Oof. Why can't I move this? Oh, I had that all perfectly set up for my other thing too. God damn you, Luda. I had it all perfectly set for my other screenshot. So this is the map that we're talking about here. So 1981, obviously this is where Big Cane is. 1903, 1718 and 1175, 20 billion power, 21 billion power in the same camp. And then you have 1020, 3310. This is where you are, Dasher, right? Or that was Old Kingdom. You jump around all too much. Y'all all do jump around. I can't keep up. So pretty much this is the KvK Luda, and it's just a fucked matchmaking. Like why are the two strongest kingdoms in the same camp? That's the main thing. And then you have a 20 billion and then 11 billion and then 16 billion, 16. It's just all kinds of fucked up. So, oh shit, hold on. I'm like trying to move this for y'all too. Here we go. I'm gonna have to do this one little by little. All right, so 1903, 1879, one camp, 33, 55, 1981 in the other, and then, sorry, because I realized that it wasn't moving. Then 1718, 1175 in the one camp. So this account, I mean, if you set up just your old. Oh yeah, this is the one that Oppo is going to be reviewing, right? Or he did already. Blackstone, yeah, he was on Oppo's stream. This thing is sick. Oh yeah, Al Qaid and Opti's over there too, Nem, in 1903. Opti's over there. The fact that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus. Well, I guess if you're like a massive spender and you're doing all the dig events, all of the fucking egg events, like it probably doesn't, and you're buying out the shop, like the VIP shop, it probably doesn't take too long to get to this, to be honest. All right, let's go to let's see what these available kingdoms are now. So that's the rundown for you there, Luda. Ex-king, okay, yeah, that's right, just pilot. Sorry, Artha, and welcome to the stream. $225K spent in a year. Jesus. Yeah, sorry, I know that was a little sloppy, but I didn't have my settings ready to do that, to be honest. Because I only had the one. Tell me this is gone now. Had this all beautifully set up. Okay, there we go. So let's transition over. We're going to talk about this KvK that we might potentially get, right? And this is going to be very dependent on other kingdoms here. And this is definitely a little bit out of date, but I have some notes anyway. Sent the rest of the sets. Oh yeah, I'll definitely check. Absolutely. Thank you. Wait, I just realized something. Yo, fucking, I'm fucking, yeah, okay, that was a slow moment there. I was like, wait a minute. Dasher's like, I sent the rest of them, and I'm like, wait, what? Look, if Lilith didn't want people to pilot, they wouldn't have added secondary passwords, right? So, I think 77 needs another KvK before fighting 960. Well, we'll see. So, there's a few things that are going to be going on here, right? 960 is claiming that they want to wait until February 17th. So there's a question mark there. And I'm going to go through right now and just list the kingdoms that are going to be available for this pop, but not necessarily are going to go in this pop, right? 365, damn you fine. They're another kingdom that is open and available to go into this. 2377, of course, is available. They've kind of been playing this little game of like trying to hunt down 1093 while at the same time not straight up taking an invitation from 960 to fight them. So they're in a little bit of a questionable situation, in my opinion. Like if you're getting the invite from 960, just take the fight. What's the extra 2 weeks? Like y'all haven't been out of KvK that long. Like tell your players to like honestly this is what 1093 told us too. From a leadership perspective, don't be so fucking scared of your players. Honestly, I think that's like, I don't know. Like I feel like in the background, you're probably gonna lose a little bit of respect, but tell your players to fucking calm down, right? They haven't been in off season very long. That's just me personally speaking. All right, 1093 obviously were available. 2489 is also available, although I think they're trying to work on a potential merger at the moment. There was a Kingdom mail stating that there is a potential for a merger. Looks like Hunky is going to be joining 2489 as 2975 joins or merges with 2489. Let's keep the game alive. Let's be real. They look, and I touched on this last stream. I don't want to say they keep the game alive. I don't know if I would go that far. I know what you're saying though. I respect the hustle. But this pilot meta and era is very strong right now, and the strength of it is very new because it wasn't this strong before, and it wasn't so prevalent in a way. But that meta has come from kingdoms like 1093 with multi-alliance setups where the time zone coverage was something that kingdoms actually had to plan for back in the day. Hell, I remember in the first KvK I was ever in when I was in 1179 on my mini account that's in 2581. There were times where we were getting our ass kicked and people would go to sleep and we would be able. I honestly miss that ebb and flow a little bit of the game. Like whatever your skeleton crew can do in a way to hold off. Like I honestly, I genuinely kind of miss that ebb and flow of what that was one of the cool things about the game. It's real-time strategy. It's not really real-time strategy anymore because you can go to sleep, you get your pilot to hop on, and they continue fighting for you. We've lost touch with the real-time strategy aspect of Rise of Kingdoms. Almost entirely. I don't know the way how the kingdoms are looking. It's feeling like any big kingdoms taking an L are spiraling and losing everyone. And I think 77 is in a fragile spot that if they lose, there's a shot a lot leave. That's going to be the case with all big kingdoms, I feel like. And they're sandwiched in a position where if they lose, they're going to lose people. And if they wait too long for a KvK, they're going to lose people. So fucking let those people leave. Like, I get it. Gold chests, like you're winning KvKs, but like fucking A, man, like just let them go then. Get good at other aspects that bring people in, like 1093, really good at fucking arc. Sorry, 2377, but you just lost to 960's second team again. Get good at other aspects. That's a reason why 960 is so desirable to go to, because they win KvKs and they win and they're I don't want to say they win every OL, but I mean they were on a streak there for a minute. Exactly, Skitty. If people aren't in for the long run, let them go. Let them go. Like the fact that like we try to hang on, and I something that I had to struggle with too when I was in leadership as well. Like, man, it sucks when especially when a big player leaves, but you can't go chasing them. Just let them go. Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, and look, they want to keep together what they want to keep together, but look, that fight's gonna come sooner or later, right? Whether they wait or they don't to take that 960 fight, that fight's gonna come sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? So like, just in my opinion, just get it over with. Like 29.4 billion power, 25.6 billion. Like at the end of the day, when you have all that power anyway, like what the fuck does the power even matter? You know, you got 150, 160 people maxing tech. Like at the end of the day, it's going to come down to strategy. And also the one thing that I really like to like touch on is like composure. How are you going to stay composed in those moments? How are you going to stay composed in the big moments? Are your flag builders going to be able to build flags? Are you going to place flags in the appropriate positions? Are you going to fort drop in the appropriate positions? There's so much more that goes into it that gets overlooked, in my opinion. But that fight is coming regardless, one way or another. I think they're just looking for one more KvK to get another recruitment wave before taking that fight. It's fair. Fair. And I was talking to Ray about this a little bit too. Like, man, these guys fucking playing, you know, whatever games they're playing with each other, guys, just fucking open the wallets and go at it, man. Like, come on. They will bail on you when you need them. Definitely replace them. Look, yeah, exactly. Look what happened to 2489. They have people bounce after zone 5. Like, it's finally Hunky is migrating. What a bogan. Hate it when people leave, but it is what it is. Luckily, most people who come to 1394 are here for the long run and have no reason to leave. Exactly. That's why I like it in 1093. When you have players who are going to fucking delete troops and drop fuck tons of power, those are honestly just people that I want to play with. 2975 was great, but I didn't know who was behind the accounts. Number one, there was a language barrier, but number two, like, honestly, like I didn't know. I didn't know that, because one account would have 2 or 3 people tied to it. Like, I don't know who I'm dealing with. That again, in a way, this whole like piloting thing, I feel like is stripping away some of the fundamentals of Rise of Kingdoms, the real-time strategy aspect, and it's kind of stripping away the community aspect a little bit too. In a way, it could be good and bad for the community, but I think there's more bad that can come from it. Because again, who wants to be friends with this like, let's take Ghost Rider in 1093, for example. He made the claims that people were like, oh, you have a pilot, because he was on for like 30 hours straight or some shit. He's like, no one's ever touched my fucking account. Like, I would much rather be in a kingdom with a guy like that, who I can have conversation with, who I can talk to, and I know is a real person, as opposed to messaging an account and I don't know who I'm talking to. Especially when a whole kingdom's have, yeah, exactly. Excuse me. Piling bad for the community, 100%, yeah. Like, I get it, and we're all trying to be super competitive, but I think, like, I didn't even think about it until I just said it. Like, that was one of the reasons why I fell in love with Rise of Kingdoms, is because of the real-time strategy aspect. And Like that whole thing is gone. There's no downtimes. There's no ebbs and flows of this, you know, warfare per se. Like it's like Skitty, that's how I got these 1093 recruits. They wanted for once to not zero themselves every KvK and might get some more because of it, but it's good for 1093. I can get them home and 93 gets lean. Yeah. And it's not for every look, it's if I have to do that time after time again, it's probably not going to be for me either. That's why I didn't go to an Imperium Kingdom for so long, because I didn't want to delete troops every fucking KvK. But now because of the adjustments, so those players are a little slow. We're not gonna have to do that really that much anymore. Like maybe it's a once a year thing, but you're not gonna do that because of the new migration ticket system. I understand where you're coming from. Not that I don't. I think it's a bit 50-50. Scrap the fact I do it. I know a lot of accountants that'd be inactive completely if they didn't have those services. That's all. There's multiple arguments which could be made back and forth, and I get it. When I had my accounts, I didn't have pilots either. Yeah. So like, yeah, and look, and if yes, to that point, so like for community aspect, I do think that it's just bad. But for like the game perspective, I think there's a place for it, because to that point, I know Lilith would much rather have, as much as it's in their terms of TOCs, T's and C's, whatever you call them. They would much rather have some random fucking person piloting an account while that thing is still getting Crystal Tech every 3 months for them. Why wouldn't they? It's money. Why wouldn't they? I missed him when we were all sleepy and defend more 2 to 3, 4 hours. Uptime and the call comes. Exactly, Murad. Exactly, bro. Bro, exactly. There were so many moments like that. We're like, guys, just hold out a little bit longer. Everyone's going to be awake soon. Just hold out a little bit longer, guys. Just keep going. I don't know what's the point of they're trying to prove. If you want to show off, go buy a Ferrari or Lambo. Don't flex with fake stats. Some people, everyone has their own way, Artha. Part of the team building community was staying up all night fighting like lunatics. Yeah, I agree. All in a voice. It was the best. It is the best. You still get that aspect at times too. That like you'll be in voice chat and everyone's like, yeah, go this way. All right, we're going to moon. We're going to star marker. And then you'll hear as time goes on and the hours go on. All right, guys, we're going over here now. Okay, rally set. Ready, get ready, switch garrisons. Everyone just gets tired. Tash, welcome to the stream. Fun fact, piloting is not against the game's terms of service, but they don't suggest it. Oh, okay. There you go. It's so fair. So fair. And like I said too, like if they were really against it, they wouldn't have added a fucking secondary password. Lore, welcome to the stream. 2489 wants to register on February 3rd and merge after the KvK. Yeah, I don't think it would be, they would need a lot more time too. So it does make sense that they would just go in for a KvK and then after that deal with the merge. All just kind of depends on the kingdoms you're, yes, yeah, 100%. Like in 1029 and like Lambo's kingdom, like they're a lower seed, they're not using pilots. If they are, it's probably very minimal, you know? And that's to the point that I made last stream, where it's like you can kind of blame kingdoms like I said specifically 1093, but I'll rephrase that and say blame kingdoms like 1093, where we saw where multi-alliance meta was just way too strong for kingdoms like 960 who went the one alliance approach. I mean, they were 2 at a point, but they downsized. But even still, when you have 4 versus 2, you're going to get outpaced at some point when it comes down to the downtime, right? So, you know, it is what it is. We're here. We have to deal with it. So, that's that. I don't know how we segued on that, but it's good banter. Good banter, guys. Good banter. Back to big KvK speculations. 2489, 1846, I believe, is going to be available as well. 606 is also available. So 1875 is here too. I'm not going to include any of the 3300 kingdoms or 3000 plus kingdoms, honestly, because I just don't. I mean, what was it, 3060? Look what happened. Look what just happened to 3060. These new fresh kingdoms, and I've said this like way back, even when I was king in 2581. If you're a new kingdom and you're Imperium and you're one of the top of the list, I'm sorry, you are not there. You're not legitimate yet. You are not legitimate yet. So I'm gonna take them out. So you look here, you have a ton of kingdoms. You have 960, 365. I don't know if 1001, right? No, they were in 1001, 1002. They were in with you, Nem, right? I believe. So they might not be available just yet. 2377, 1093, 2489, 1846, and 1606. Now, again, we kind of maybe want to scratch out 960 because they are supposed to be waiting for February 17th. So let's assume 365, damn you fine. 2377, it's 2. 1093, 2489, 1846, and 1606. That's 6. That's 6 kingdoms, 6 camps for a spectacular Siege of Orleans that could potentially happen on February 3rd. Registration. So February 4th or 5th, we'll get the announcement. Something like that. 1001, 1002, Nem. Something like that. That, by the way, Skitty, that's got to be your country's thing or whatever, because I got it set for every 24 minutes. So for those US folks here, so if you aren't getting bombarded by ads, then that's why, because I've set it for every 24 minutes. It's like watching a TV show. There's so many factors in the game which give advantages, and nowadays people, such kingdoms, kind of have to just do that stuff just to get to an even playing field. I agree. Like I said, it is what it is. It's here and it's not going away anytime soon. Any newer kingdoms that are really strong, like in the 30, 34, 33s? I don't think so. I mean, you like kind of to the point I just made. I mean, you have 3308 up here, 3213, but like they're not legitimate yet. They're big on power because they have a larger player base. That's always how it is for like the new kingdoms. They're usually around, I mean, like hell, even 2581, we were 2 kingdoms for like kind of a hot minute. And we contemplated keeping that model, but then we went down to a one alliance kingdom, because that's just where the direction of the game was going. Lunar New Year and Ramadan make this. No, Lunar New Year, not too much. I mean, what? It started yesterday, and how long does Lunar New Year last for? Use my other browser. It's like there wouldn't be any big fighting. $15 days, 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't think you can use the Lunar New Year thing. Like, I could understand if this was like while, you know, these kingdoms were getting their KvKs like in line and sorted, but definitely Ramadan kind of fucks some shit up. Tesh, welcome to the Dirty Gang, yo. Thank you so much for the support. Got those hype emojis, yo. 1002. Okay, so it was 1002. I didn't know if 1001 was there too. Watch out, 1002 has 2 stars. Now they're coming after 960. 100% take shots at my allies. That's more balls than I had. I never did whenever I did roasts, I never went for allies. Which is going to be interesting that I'm in 1093. Now, I don't think I can ever do roast streams again. Like, there's got to be a new standard. Because I used to be able to pick on, like, smaller kingdoms. But, like, now I can't really do that. So, we're always going to be fighting top-tier kingdoms. Didn't think about that. 3308 is a Viet Russian kingdom where the king buys accounts for all their players to be strong. Damn, that's commitment. Lords, 2 weeks. It's more about the organization around KvK for leadership, but probably not a big deal. We'll see what Lilith does. Yeah, I again, like 960 is one who's directly affected by that, but we don't know if they're going in because they're apparently waiting for February 17th. And I don't think any of the other kingdoms. 2489 is another heavy Asian kingdom. 1846, I want to say, has a fair bit. 606, I think, too, maybe has a fair bit. So maybe affected, but I think Ramadan's a big one. Ramadan's a big one that's gonna, like, Ramadan unfortunately just keeps 1875 out of registering until like Kingsland is like way cleared of like any of like the key, because I know like my best friend's Arabic and I'm probably still gonna fuck this up, but I know that like around the beginning of Ramadan and then obviously the end of Ramadan is like when you have like the big celebrations and get-togethers and stuff like that. I don't think there's really much in between, but they still have to do, you know, everything that they got to do. So and it's obviously very taxing on them if they're fasting. And dude, like if I'm playing video games for like an hour, I'm hungry or I need to drink something or something of the sort. Ash, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, man. I appreciate that, yo. Lore, welcome to the Dirty Gang. Hunter, Kosop, Hawaiian Superman Gaming. Hawaiian Superman is start getting into a channel. Holy shit. Richard, welcome to the Dirty Gang. I thought it was just the end. I'm probably wrong though. I think like in the beginning, or maybe it's like the days leading up to it, but I know like my buddy or like my best friend, he always goes to like his dad's and they'll like do something like to kind of like kick it off in a way. But like that might just be like a family thing, you know. But definitely at the end, like that's like it's a non-negotiable. Whole bunch of A's going next pop 2, and that's another thing too. Like Urgendir, like that's a great point. Like I'm only accounting for because like again, this whole thing is like speculating on like a big KvK. Like, look, there's a potential that all these guys just say fuck off and they go and we all go into different directions and different maps, and then we all kind of get paired with like some of these like pretty legitimate A seeds, you know. So it's total speculation. That was the point of the stream. And the reason why I wanted to do it as a stream as opposed to a video, because we can at least generate discussion out of it. Any more if I scroll down that can join the pop? Let me pull up some of the messages that I had here. And I don't want to reveal anything either. There's some stuff I'm not fully divulging, for, you know, just yes, but there's some things I'm not fully divulging. So just a few comments here. 2377, 365, 1875, 606, 1718. They just went in, so we have to remove them. 3310 should be available according to this that I'm looking at here. 2293 should also be available, but I talked to Maury yesterday. They're not sure what they're doing, but from what it sounds like after the kind of hectic KvK that they had last KvK, I think he wants to maybe chill out a bit. So I think he probably won't go anywhere where there's a risk of running into the big kingdoms, but who knows again. 2934 should be available as well. They were obviously in the same camp as 2293 last KvK. 1846, 1188 is another one, and then 1316. So 1188, I don't even know what the fuck they are. 1316, unless some of those got grouped in with that KvK yesterday, but I'm not sure. Artha, Thrasher or Hunter? I'm torn between the same thing, my friend. I'm not sure. I'm waiting though. I'm waiting. KP. $33.10 is in the 33.10 in the Mimi KvK. Yes. 29.34 is in KvK. Oh shit. They went in right away. They just got out too. They were in that KvK. Damn, they went right back in. That's crazy. Probably the good move because they knew that some of the Imperiums and bigger kingdoms were going to kind of maybe take their time. And 29.34 I think has enough weight in some of those really good accounts that they can just say fuck it, let's go right back in. Terminator, welcome to the stream. In 29.06 you got fighting tomorrow. In what zone? I didn't have anything planned. Maybe we'll spectate, maybe we won't. I've really been on a Marvel Rivals grind though, so I don't know. Like even after the stream's over, I'm going to play some Marvel Rivals. I had a fucking crazy match yesterday that I'm just fucking itching to get another match like it. Crazy fucking match yesterday. So 29.34 is out. Let me see. There was another one here. No, it looks like the most notable names is gonna be 960, 93, 2377, 489, 365, and 606. So if 960 decides to join the party, that would be a 6-camp Siege of Orleans. Top-notch KvK right there. Probably, and it's very early obviously to say, but potentials to be the biggest KvK of the year, and we're only in fucking January. If it were 960, 93, 2377, 2489, 365, and 606. That would be stupid. For so early in the year. TFT was TFT. Zone 5 fighting 2638 and 2217. Very nice. I'll write it down. Maybe we'll, because that means if your zone 5 is opening up too, there's definitely a bunch of other zone 5s opening up as well. So maybe I'll stream it. Who knows? $29.06 you said, right? Yeah. Anyway, man, just popping to say what's up. Popping's gonna go watch Queso. Have a great rest of your stream, man. Much love, Dasher. Thank you, brother. Have a good one. Oh, team fight tactics from me. One of those. No, I respect anyone that has their little side games and stuff outside of RoK. I was actually even thinking about, so I'm gonna post that match that I had yesterday for Marvel Rivals, which may or may not stem from anything. I am gonna start streaming that at some point too, but we're kind of getting really close now to this whole KvK thing, so it's mainly gonna be RoK, but off season, especially 1093, has a tendency to go a little bit longer in off seasons. That kind of opens up the door for me to kind of do a proper like Marvel Rivals like off-season type grind. But the match yesterday was so good that I'm gonna clip it and edit and post it on YouTube, where your boy fucking absolutely popped off, by the way. I was honestly thinking about doing that like on stream now, because then I'll just go back in, grab the video, and just clip it from stream, but we'll see. Still deciding if I want to play Marvel's game or not. I was never a fan of that type of games. Well, I mean, if you're a fan of League, it's kind of similar. It's hero based with abilities. You know, you're just not like upgrading mid-match, and like the objective aspect is definitely different. whole towers and all that thing, you know, all that stuff. But similar-esque, but it's definitely much faster. Definitely much faster. And it's definitely hard to adapt to. Like my buddy, I've been trying to get my roommate to get onto it, and he's been trying, but he's like a big sports game player and also like Call of Duty, like strictly. And it's been really hard for him to get the hang of it because there's so much going on. You know, there's so many abilities and stuff that you kind of have to know what you know, what heroes and characters or commanders, whatever they're doing. So it's definitely tough in that regard. But sorting from a KP differential here, in case I missed any kingdoms. 960, 1093. Look at that one too. 2489, 2377, 1846. We said is not going to be joining, most likely. 1718 is just registered. 1175 just registered. There's 1188. So they're only 18 billion power, but 1.3 billion KP. Trillion. Billion? 13 billion. 13 billion. Which, by the way, that, like, what is it? Let's see. Oh, it is billion. 93x would be right there too. Just saying, guys. Just saying. If 93x was in a different kingdom, like, we would be. And obviously, this 1093 wouldn't be here, but like, we would be right here. We'd be right here. Kind of crazy when you think about that. As like this secondary alliance. 2748. Are they all right, I'm gonna hide this now so I can do a little bit of scoping out. Would 2748 be available? Because that's another kingdom that they've fattened up quite a bit too. 2748. If they entered too, that would be pretty nice. 19 billion power. 1.3 billion kill points. What are you trying to say? Weren't they just out of the KvK against 1824? I believe they just left KvK, but I don't know how long ago it was. Here. 1818? Or did they just enter in that KvK as well? I think they're in that KvK as well, no? 2638, I believe, is available too. And or maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Let's see. I have this up for a reason, Dan. Nope. They just went into a KvK. Because I know that was a discussion where last pop, 2 pops ago, if we went in, that was a potential that we were going to get like grouped in with. I don't think so, Prospect. I was talking to Maury today. They'll go into the pop, but from the discussion I had with him, I think because last KvK took a bit of a toll. So I don't think they'll want to join the party. From the discussion that I had with him, I could be off, I could be misreading it, but it doesn't seem like 2293 is going to be going into a big KvK or a large Imperium. I don't think that they would shy away from a big fight that's not like 2293, and it's not like it's not who they are. But from what it sounds like, they kind of don't want to rumble with with all the big dogs. They were just in that fucking in the big KvK anyway. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Take a little the foot off the gas a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no harm in doing that. They did plenty well and proved themselves as they've done time after time after time after time after time. 2293, one of the better kingdoms in the game. Speaking of 2293 popping up here, number 55 overall in total power, 18.2 billion power or billion power and 1 billion KP. I'm excluding these 3300 kingdoms, and then after 2293, actually, that's when we dip out of the 1 billion kill point range. And then it goes to 1568, who's at 972 billion at 18.7 billion power. So that could be a potential A seed that would come in, TL68. And again, this is all dependent on, you know, it depends on what format we're going to go into, what format other kingdoms go into. Again, I don't know fucking dick for what the fuck 1093 wants to do. I do know that they prefer larger map formats, but that's not to say that they would say fuck it and let's go in for a 4 map setup. Who knows? Who knows? They've been around the block a while. They know their shit. 1473 is right after 1568, and then there's the 1316 and 917 billion, as was mentioned in one of my notes. 2906. Oh, this is with the 2638. 1079. Couple of 3K plus kingdoms. For 1824, where our friend GP is, and Ramo, and fuck, I'm gonna fucking forget people. Chrono. I think it's just those 3 there, and Luffy. 3 or 4 people there in 1824. 1981, but they're like 16 billion power. That would suck if they... No, wait, I think they're in that new KvK. That popped, right? No, they're not. Are they? Sheepdog, welcome to the stream. Practice 1903 last week in ARC, so yeah, I don't know if they can 3v1. Yo, Sheepdog throwing shots, brother. Well, wouldn't the one be Mimi's kingdom anyway? It's 1175 and 1718. That's what I would expect anyway. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, guys. I'm almost certain though. I think I can say this. I think I can say this is that I think we're almost certain to go in this pop. I would be very surprised. I would be very, 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 very surprised if we don't, because, and again, I think Nico kind of came in today and tried to fucking extinguish the flames a little bit from everyone kind of popping off. But which also could kind of be a play in her right too. Extinguish the flames, tell everyone to chill the fuck out. Maybe we do fucking go in the February 17th pop. Who knows? Man, that would suck. $1981 is in the 1175. Okay, yes, because the map hasn't opened yet. So you're looking for a kingdom that just goes first pop every time you know of any. 2975 was like that, but I would avoid them until we see what happens with this 2489 merger, because I would say 2975 is a prime candidate for something like that to happen. Anywhere there's an Arvix account, I would say, is probably a prime candidate for there to be merger possibilities with 2489. Rally going up here somewhere. But yeah, I'm really hoping that we go in this next pop. I think I've been getting anxious, and I think a lot of other people are anxious, and we just want to go in and fight at this point. Regardless of what the KvK is, I think could be bad, could be good. Again, I don't know. They're super more in depth than any of us can ever imagine, right? Like hi guys, I'm still here, by the way. There's so much that goes into the work and the preparation of 1093 that I don't think you know and realize until you get here. And I would probably go out on a limb and say that no other kingdoms are doing what they're doing. There might be some out there, but like when I came in and saw some of the things that they like implement, I'm like, ooh, that's kind of extreme. Well, when you've been a top tier kingdom for 6 years, that's what you do. You go a little bit to the extreme so you can kind of stay at that top and that peak. So whatever they do, I'm still gonna get behind Ray with the pitchforks. So if we all get into that mode again. But in all seriousness, I definitely respect the leadership here and respect what they're doing in the process. We'll see what's going to happen of this KvK and this registration process. And again, like I said, I really hope that it happens now. Very much so, because like I really don't want to be on vacation and be in Kingsland. Like look, if I wasn't a content creator and like I didn't stream, and like my main reason for coming to a kingdom like 1093 was because to get better content, like it would just really be a kick in the nuts. Not to mention it's the first KvK that I'm here, but like potentially the biggest KvK of the year if, like, as we were kind of talking about, all of these kingdoms, all these top tier kingdoms decide to go in. It would really suck. It would really suck. So I'm really hoping that we don't get February 17th registration, and we just kind of look, if we get a fucking showdown where it's 1093 versus 1606 in another Imperium, and we pull on a fucking A-seed camp, let's do it. I think that'll be a grand fight. I think that's honestly probably what we were looking for too. We were kind of looking for a little bit of a chiller KvK as the kingdom is kind of recovering and stuff. Very much like I think it was Dasher who was saying 2377 needs another KvK until they can fight 1960, which is quite funny when you say it like that, and that might be the like situation that's going on over there, yet they're trying to hunt us down in 1903 when we're in like a similar position where we're trying to rebuild ourselves up to get ready for a big fight with some of these other big Imperiums. Like, that's really the case. That's what's going on over there. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, we shall see. We'll find out in literally like 6 days. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Imperium fighting is coming at some point. I don't know when it's coming, guys, but it's coming. I really hope we get this grand scale KvK that we're kind of speculating on here, because number one, I think it would be really good for the community. Number two, it'd be insanely fun for myself because I've never taken part in anything like that. Number two, it'd be okay for my channel. It's not going to be great because you're going to have everyone there. You're going to have fucking Chiz, Plato, Redline. I'm going to leave some people out. I apologize. I think Gaines and 46. If 365 joins in, Furious is there. So it's going to be one of those KvKs, and especially with all when there's a KvK set up, when there's content creators all throughout, there's eyes that go everywhere. It's not as consolidated if it's like us in 1606, and then it's like it'd be me, and then I think Akina, who's also now starting to make some content as well. So, not even for that perspective on the channel, but joining 1083 has definitely been very nice for the channel. So appreciate you guys in 1093. Appreciate everyone that's been following along in this journey of 1093 that we have recently embarked on. And it's only going to get more exciting as we progress and get closer to this next registration period, which again, I really hope that we go into. I'll go Nile, pick own team, make sure we get that matchup. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that too. We could go stratagems, right? Like there's been this kind of like maybe speculation of Orleans, but stratagems would be pretty cool because I'm pretty sure here you get team up. That would be fucking crazy actually. If those 6 kingdoms go stratagems, man, Diplo, I fucking praise you guys. Sheepdog, we beat 2377 second team and now they won't play us again. Didn't you guys beat their first team too? Didn't you guys beat GV 77 and now you guys beat the second team? That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. And another update too, potentially from me. I might be joining an OL team here in 1093. We'll see. I think some spots have to open up. I have to try out for a team too. And I'm definitely rusty. So like, even if I don't get picked, like I'm totally cool because I've been playing a couple ARC matches and I'm like, man, this is fucking harder than I fucking remember. So, yeah, there's a potential where you might not see me on some of the OL casts if I do end up going onto one of these OL teams in 1093. Turs, what up, man? What up again? You said hello before. Are you drunk again? 1002 is gonna get a star in a few minutes. When's the last time you got one? Yo, hey. Two KvKs ago. We got one in that one. No, did we get the one in that KvK? Pretty sure we got one 2 KvKs ago when I was in 2975. And I got an autark then too, bitch. Sir, it's Nile, Orleans, and probably King of all Britain. Well, that's not what the fucking dates say. Yeah, this says fucking... Oh yeah. Nope, you're right. You're right. Sorry. King of Nile, Orleans, or King of all Britain. True. Oh, okay, so then probably... Damn, that would have been fucking dope. Lilith, extend Storm of Stratagems. That would be fucking sick. I would love to see the fucking team up, yo. Who would we choose to go with? Yo, that shit would be crazy. They probably don't want that, honestly. Lilith probably doesn't want that. They'd be like, yo, there would be so much fucking commotion between all these fucking A personality kingdoms. Nile is fucking terrible prospect. It's horrible. I would not recommend. Like, look at this fucking map. It's terrible. You get fighting in this zone, which means jack shit. You get nothing in this zone. You get this zone, which goes into this zone. Your past sevens are here pretty much. And then Kingsland. And then you have this little pocket zone here, which is kind of fun, but it's so goddamn small. That is an Imperium level KvK. Like that little zone is over in probably like a heartbeat. Maybe not. Could go. Who knows? But yeah, that little zone is probably the most fun in a Nile. And the fact that they call it King of the Nile and there's no fucking Nile River still pisses me off till this day. Yet in Siege of Orleans, there's a huge fucking river that goes around the Zig or Orleans, whatever you want to call it. Oh, that's right. Stratagems SC, so you can't choose it. Damn it. Yeah, Nile is not a fun prospect. It's not. Yeah, that zone 5 is almost more use, and the zone 5 is pretty much like a past 7 too, because you build into the zone 5 and then you're bumped up on the passes and that's it. That little pocket zone is probably the most fun thing. That little zone that's like right in here, like where this little box is. Oh no, wait, oh wait, here they are. No wait, those are altar zones. This is Kingsland. This little pocket, there's usually little pockets on there. I don't know if they changed the map, but we did Nile KvK back to back and it was fucking atrocious. They should honestly just remove it. Like, I can't believe people still play that. I would rather play Desert Conquest. All right, guys. Hour and a half-ish. It's kind of what I was shooting for. I love how all my marches were sitting out here for the most part, not doing jack shit. Let me just pull this up real quick. Kingdom's top 3 performances. Yeah, I bet it was Skitty. Dirty free to plays. Kingdoms who choose it. That time actually fought. There was a time where the kingdoms in Nile KvKs were actually fighting. But yeah, I think to your point, it's more so for like lower spending kingdoms now. Only shout outs here I gotta give is to Tesh. Thank you for joining the Dirty Gang, and also thank you for the 5 gifted subs. It's hugely appreciated. I appreciate you, and I hope you're having a good time in 2581, babysitting Artha and all the other 2581 newbies. With that, we are going to wrap this bad boy up. Not many of y'all here, but let's see if there's anyone to send to. War Daddy Chad, Oppo, or Plato. We'll go to Plato. War Daddy Chad's a fucking whale. He don't need my fucking raids. Although he did raid me, which I appreciate, but... Oh no, wait. January 29th, 6:44 p.m. Okay, oh yeah, so... Yeah, Plato is live. He just started. Alright guys, I'm gonna send you over there. Go away, Dan. I love you guys. I love 2581's always fam. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys are just joining and leaving or whatever. And if you guys enjoyed, please hit that like button. It's hugely appreciated. We'll keep you guys up to date, whether that's on Discord or on a YouTube post, which I'm going to try and utilize a little bit more, on where the direction of 1093 is going for this upcoming KvK. I really fucking hope it's next week. If it is, I will be the happiest RoK player ever, even though I have the worst luck. So love y'all. Thank you again, Tesh, for the gifted memberships and for becoming a member. For everyone else who liked and contributed to the stream and the conversations and discussions that we had today, very good. Love y'all. Even Ray, who's a troll.